Hey, so mm, my girlfriend got a weekend retreat as a reward to this little place down in Georgia on a lake, huge lake, at the Ritz-Carlton, which is, you know, the Ritz-Carlton. The one thing I love about the Ritz-Carlton is the little coffees that they have in the room. You know me, I like my coffee, and I like it strong. And they got these little Nespressos with these cute little cups. And I'm really enjoying that. I once wrote a little poem, and it basically said, I feel like, whoa, you all right there? You okay? Gonna be okay? Sorry about that. I got it plugged in today. I feel like I need something to hold it here. This little journal. There we go. Anyway, I once wrote, why do I feel like pocket lint in a gold-plated world? It's kind of how I feel out here at the Ritz-Carlton. Anyway, it is nice. It is luxurious. I do like down comforters, and the nature around here is great. We went on this bike ride today, borrowed some bikes, and went on a pretty long ride out there. A really nice bike path. Great day, great fall day. Also been enjoying the pool, and what else? Stuff. I don't know. Free combs, free razors, whatever. Went to the spa. I did actually wear a robe, which is not really in character with me, but I'm trying to do things outside my comfort zone. Not a big fan of extravagant resource usage, so, you know. Anyway, I want to, which may be a good segue into the topic today, which is all about likes and dislikes. There's nothing wrong with having likes and dislikes. I like coffee. I like this little mug. I like coffee shops. I like writing. You know, I like a lot of things. And I dislike a lot of things. But what I want to talk about is that likes and dislikes sometimes need to be given their proper perspective or put in their proper place in your life. You can like and dislike things, but if they divide you or create disharmony or conflict, then that can be an issue. That can be a problem. You know, there are a lot of preferences that divide us. We talked about religion already. Religious preferences can be very dividing, as can politics, which is why you're supposed to avoid talking about those subjects. And I personally feel like it's okay to talk about those subjects, but you should try to do so without allowing them to divide you. When I was a kid, I was really into certain types of music, and I kind of let those preferences be dividing in my life. When I was younger, I felt like if you weren't into the same kind of music I was into, then you just weren't good enough or something. There can be other things. Your style. your gender, your race, your sexual preferences, your different kinds of lifestyle choices, career, hierarchy, you could feel real proud about being able to afford the Ritz-Carlton, and those who can't just aren't up to snuff. That would be like caste or hierarchy. Or I might be all snooty about those who can afford the Ritz-Carlton. Other way around. But let us not let these likes and dislikes divide us. I don't have to agree with everything I see at the Ritz-Carlton, and it is what it is. What do I control? When it comes to control, these likes and dislikes really can become an issue or a problem. The stronger you are clinging to your likes and dislikes, the more dividing they can become. The harder it can be to let go when needed. So, I've been talking in real recent previous videos about just this letting go attitude, realizing that it is what it is. The less tightly you are clinging to likes and dislikes, think about it. The many likes and dislikes can begin to like box us in tighter and tighter and tighter until all we're willing to allow into our lives are the things that we like and appreciate, and the things that we dislike we can shut out so vehemently that we just live in this tight little box or look through a tiny little window at life, and we lose our ability to be flexible or tolerant of others or appreciative of other perspectives and ideas. We really lose our ability to love appropriately. So holding fast or having a wrong attitude when it comes to likes and dislikes really hinders the love process, and it hinders our personal awakening. The oneness of the universe is love. I think it was Ziggy Marley that said, "Love is my religion." And then my mantra from Ram Dass that I've always appreciated, I am loving awareness. These things can be hindered by strong likes and dislikes. And I feel like if we're seeking oneness instead of separation, we have to learn to, I guess, put our likes and dislikes in the proper perspective. I've had a lot of religious conversations with people, and I really felt like I was right for a long time, and I really protected my rightness. But I found that to be very dividing, and I wasn't very tolerant of other ideas. Wasn't really very open to really hearing what anyone else had to say. But as you go through life, you start to become more humble because you realize some of the things that you used to hold really strongly to have changed. You've changed your mind enough times to realize that, well, you kind of have to take your life or your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas somewhat with a little bit of a grain of salt, because they can easily change. Your perspective can be different as you grow, as your ideas expand. So the things that you know or feel that that you're so strongly feeling like right now, give it 10 years. You may not feel so strongly about that anymore, and it could be completely different how you feel about it. When you realize that you're really on a journey and that transformation is taking place, hopefully. I mean, if you're just stagnant and stuck in one set of ideas your whole life, well, sorry for you, dude. probably not much of a spiritual brah. You're probably really stuck and rigid and narrow in your views. And you're probably not a very tolerant, happy person. Not to judge, just saying. That's what it leads to most often. Anyway, having opinions is okay, but being tolerant and being aware of the fact that your opinions could change really helps. It really opens you up. It really allows you to take your life a little less seriously. I mean, sometimes I'll have a conversation with somebody and I'll be like, that's just where I'm at right now. I don't really know. That's just where I'm at right now. And I feel like that's a healthy perspective. Based on what I know right now, that's how I feel about this particular opinion that I have. But that could change. That's how I feel right now, but I don't know. That makes it much easier to be tolerant of others and to realize that people also have opinions, and that's just where they are right now. And they don't know either. None of us does. None of us really knows, but that's where we are right now, right? Yeah, so anyway, it's easier to have conversations with people when you're kind of in that mentality, because you just realize we all don't exactly know. We're just on a journey, trying to figure it out, thinking about things. And this is where we are right now. And I feel like that works for me. And I feel like any belief system that divides you from other people instead of promotes love toward others, like genuinely loving others and respecting them and valuing their differentness, is not a good system of belief. It's a destructive system of belief. It's really hatred and not love. It's the opposite. And it doesn't do you any good, and it doesn't do the world any good. It just promotes more intolerance, more injustice, more hierarchy, more violence, and it does not release the spirit of the person who is holding on to that type of attitude. They become very narrow-minded. They become very ignorant. They become very hateful. Their life becomes very shallow and very sad and very angry. And, you know, those are issues that come into the area of control, being a control freak. When you have such strong likes and dislikes, it is very easy to let everything just bother you, because nothing is how you prefer it and like it to be. And you want to change everything to make it fit you. Gotta let that go. I've learned, got to let that go. It's not going to be exactly how you want it to be. And how you want it to be might change. How you want it now might not be how you want it in 5 years. So learn to just kind of let things go. I feel like I have some strong coyote medicine in me. And Coyote's a trickster. Coyote thinks he knows everything about everything, and he thinks he's got everything working out just how he wants it, only to find out that he has completely tricked himself. He has set a trap for himself, and it's backfired on him. I've done that so many times in my life. I've just started to take life a little less seriously and realize that when I think everything's going how I want it to go, it's probably not. When I think I know everything that I think that I know. I probably don't. What's that one quote? To know that you don't know what you don't know, that is true knowledge. To know that you don't know what you don't know is true knowledge. And then I once saw a card where there's like a little Zen guru saying that, and then like this little duck or something was like, I understand, yet I don't understand. He's probably got coyote medicine too. So take life a little less seriously. Let your likes and dislikes be personal to you, and it's okay to have them, but just take them less seriously, and don't try to push them on others too harshly, and don't let them create division and chaos in your world around you. Just some personal thoughts that I've had on that issue. I just really like this little space. I'm in a little telephone booth. I could just talk all day long right here. But I won't, because I've promised I'll try to be around 15 minutes, and we're at 16 right now. Bruh, take it easy.